All right, welcome back to Database History. This is the show where we dig into the tech that helps machines understand not just raw data, but the meaning behind it. Today, we are diving deep into a really powerful tool from Google Research that's all about two things, speed and semantics. Let's talk about ScaNN.
So first things first, what is it? The name, ScaNN, actually tells you a lot. It stands for Scalable Nearest Neighbors. And at its heart, it's a super high-performance library that was built to do one thing incredibly well: search through just unbelievable amounts of data. And when I say data, I mean billions and billions of these things called vectors. It's all about finding the closest match, the nearest neighbor, not just the perfect exact one.
Okay, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, it stores and finds information. This sounds an awful lot like a database, right? And hey, on a show called Database History, that's a totally fair question. It's kind of where our brains go first. But with ScaNN, the answer is, well, it's a bit more complicated, and honestly, a lot cooler.
And here's the absolute core of it. Think about a classic database like a perfect, maybe a little obsessive filing cabinet. It's all about precise storage and retrieval. You ask for file number 123, you get file number 123. Simple. But ScaNN, it's more like a search engine for ideas. It works with things called embeddings, which you can think of as a numerical fingerprint for a concept or a word or even an image. So it's not looking for an exact match. Nope. It's looking for what's closest in meaning, and it uses some really clever tricks like quantization and partitioning to do this at just lightning speed.
To really get ScaNN, you gotta look at when it showed up on the scene. It was released by Google Research back in 2020, so it's a pretty modern tool for a very modern problem. See, it wasn't just built in a lab somewhere for fun. It was forged in the fires of deep learning's massive demands. It was battle-tested inside Google on some of their biggest, most important retrieval tasks. It was born from a very real need to search through data on a scale that was pretty much unheard of before. And this is what's so brilliant about it. ScaNN isn't just some clever algorithm on a whiteboard. It's a piece of engineering designed to plug right into a modern AI workflow. It's got GPU acceleration, which means it runs incredibly fast on the hardware everyone's using for AI. It handles queries in batches for crazy efficiency. And, maybe most importantly, it has this super tight integration with TensorFlow, so it basically speaks the native language of machine learning developers. It is built for production, period.
Of course, ScaNN isn't the only game in town, so you have to ask, how does it stack up against the competition? Well, you've got other heavy hitters out there, like Faiz from Meta and Annoy from Spotify. But when you look at the benchmarks, ScaNN really holds its own. It generally smokes fast when you're running on modern hardware, and when you put it up against Annoy, it tends to be both more accurate and a whole lot more scalable. It's a real heavyweight in this vector search world for sure.
So where does this stuff actually show up in your life? Well, think about semantic search. You know, when you type a whole question or an idea into a search bar, not just a few keywords, that's the kind of thing ScaNN is built for. Or what about those huge recommendation engines on streaming sites or shopping apps? The ones that suggest what you should watch or buy or listen to next? Powering that magic means sifting through billions of items to find what's most relevant to you. These are the massive, massive retrieval tasks where ScaNN really, truly shines.
So if there's one thing to remember from all this, let it be this. ScaNN is a deep learning ready engine for scalable vector search. It is not a database. It's a specialized engine, purpose-built to help our machines find actual meaning in a sea of data, and to do it at a truly global scale.
And that's our look at the history of ScaNN. You know, as these incredibly powerful search engines get more and more common, it really opens up a fascinating question for all of us. When we have tools that can navigate not just data, but the meaning behind the data, what new connections, what new ideas, what incredible discoveries are just sitting out there, waiting for us to find them? Something to think about. Thanks so much for joining us on Database History. Until next time, keep your queries curious.